Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ. And up next, we have DJ Vlad telling DJ Akademiks, probably two of the biggest pariahs in hip hop, that he's heard some crazy stories inferring potentially wild allegations about Drake and said that he wouldn't be surprised if they were leaked soon. And whether Drake is allegedly paying them off or has any other type of arrangement to make sure things stay in the closet, things have been kept under wraps for now, other than obviously the plethora of rumors and weird interactions, which have definitely been plentiful. But to think Universal doesn't have the same intel that Vlad has probably wouldn't be the smartest bet. You would almost have to guarantee that the force behind this man's success would have plenty of knowledge of potentially scandalous behavior, because a lot of these big companies and conglomerates do a lot to protect their investment, including brushing potential damning information under the rug. We've seen countless people get into battles with their labels and teams and seemingly out of nowhere get their skeletons exposed. And it's not a stretch to think that the floodgates wouldn't be opened by the big machine, since controlling the narrative and demonizing the public perception of your adversary is obviously a major chess move. And the type of allegations that I feel like Vlad is inferring aren't just reputation tarnishing. Many of them potentially bring huge legal and financial ramifications, and I'll trust Vlad when he says he's got this type of information, because he and the people of his ilk usually get these stories on the daily. Not just him, people like DJ Akademiks, Joe Budden, Adam22, they all get these stories on the daily, and whether the reason that they choose not to expose these things is because of shaky evidence or to protect the relationships that they have with the people that are being accused, one thing is for certain is that, yeah, all these people are constantly being fed stories and allegations like these. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video, where we have DJ Vlad telling DJ Akademiks he's heard plenty of crazy stories inferring some potentially wild allegations about Drake, and said he wouldn't be surprised if they were leaked soon. And sometimes paying people off can only hold the information from coming out for so long. All it truly takes is for someone with a bigger bag or an opportunity to open the floodgates, because once one allegation goes public, that usually is enough to set off a series of allegations being exposed. I've used this example before, but somebody like a Deshaun Watson, who was a quarterback at the time for the Houston Texans, created a big stink to try to force himself off the team, for just weeks later to have a ton of allegations come out that obviously lowered his stock in public perception, allegedly leaked by his very team who had been protecting him for all these years. So given the fact that Drake has filed that lawsuit, man, I'm pretty sure that's built up a ton of resentment over at Universal. And who knows, man, these skeletons might start dropping soon.
I will say though, you know what I was impressed by? With all the shit and say not like us and everything, people talking about Drake, not one chick even erroneously filed a lawsuit or like, I thought there was going to be a few of those to take advantage of the moment. And there's been no...
Vlad's body language alone tells me all I need to know. The dude has heard a ton of stories.
Not one person that's accused Drake of anything.
He's heard of multiple people.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if some shit starts coming out. Because from what I understand, when Drake first moved to like Hidden Hills, like they were wilding out in that house, and him and his homies were doing some shit that probably got covered up somehow. You know what I'm saying? And now maybe people got paid, and
maybe something that would be deemed to be freak off in nature.
I remember this partying. No, not like.
I heard some stories
further than that,
and I'm not going to mention.
I know dude was getting it in type shit.
I mean,
Akademiks talks so shortly about things he really knows nothing about, because he's talking as if Drake is his man's when he's anything but that.
Some things could happen around that if certain people really started to make a lot of noise, but I think
maybe he's paying them off. Like, yo,
I think Drake is just paying them off.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, listen, if you look at the R. Kelly situation, right? That whole case hinged around the video.
Yeah. The thing is, with that R. Kelly case, it took for him to stop paying money for people to start coming out. Because Drake obviously still has the type of money to continue to pay these people off, I really do think it would fall on an entity like a Universal to have these skeletons start dropping. Honestly, not even that. All it would take is literally one person to expose these allegations for it to really set off a series of these allegations coming out. And we've already seen what these type of allegations can do with these people throwing these debaucherous and pretty seedy parties. One doesn't have to look too far with Diddy having gotten indicted on a RICO literally last year. And it's not like people haven't been throwing Drake's name around as the next shoe to drop, so who knows? Sometimes the money is not enough. And when you've built up the type of resentment you've had with the industry, an entity that is pretty much undefeated when it comes to people trying to buck at the system, especially when it seems so hypocritical coming from Drake, who has allegedly benefited from having the system more than any other artist, is probably going to make Universal even more pissed. And even though we all know DJ Vlad as being a very big culture vulture, I will tend to believe him when he's talking about stuff like this, because I definitely believe he's receiving these type of stories on the daily. And honestly, with him bringing this stuff up on this platform, I really do think it's a matter of time before somebody either musters up the courage to come out publicly about all this stuff, or for Universal to come in and speed up the process. We've seen it time and time again. And with the rumors that have surrounded Drake for so long, and the fact that a lot of people already are going to believe anything crazy said about him, people aren't going to give him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to any of this stuff. And with the fact that he's ruffled pretty much all the feathers in the industry, I don't expect anyone to come to his defense either, especially if it's these type of nasty allegations. Like I've said before, money can only help you for so long before the hinges on the closet bust open and the skeletons start flowing out. And with the way the world works today, if you're able to tarnish somebody's reputation and already make them seem guilty in the court of public opinion, that's pretty much even enough to sway legal proceedings these days. But I definitely wouldn't be shocked if allegations were to come out. It wasn't too long ago that Whack 100 was saying the same thing, saying he had some potentially crazy news about that modeling agency that he was linking to Drake, which if I'm not mistaken was where his baby mom's was also a model at. So there's definitely a lot of potential angles that these allegations can come from out of. But time will definitely tell. You can only keep things in the dark for so long before they come to light. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Vlad is telling the truth when he's saying that there's some potential allegations that could come out soon? With the way the world has been, honestly, nothing would surprise me at all. And with the fact that there has been so many rumors, usually where there's smoke, there is fire. And like I was saying, this wouldn't be the first time somebody throwing these seedy, debaucherous parties was exposed and made to face some potentially dire consequences. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It truly is the biggest reason why I make these videos, and all the love and support you guys continue to show this channel on a daily is honestly overwhelming. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am. I'm definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say on this topic. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. I feel like every time you see Akademiks, he's sitting right next to alcohol.